Hello, my lovely fire signs. So, for your reading, I'm going to be doing it off of my computer. So your song that you got was Nipsey Hussle's Status Symbol 3 on his Victory Lap CD. And the lines that stuck out to me were almost forgot what I was doing. Riding around by myself. Don't you know I do it so well? Um, Riding by myself, time for some reflection. I feel like a young boss that's thankful for his blessings. So you're in a very good space. You feel like, the things that you have worked for, like it was meant for you to receive them, like you worked really hard for them. Also, what stood out was always had the passion. Everything I said I meant, I was never capping. So when a fire sign is, focused and has discipline and sets their mind to do something, they do it. So that's a great thing. Good shout out to all the fire signs who are accomplishing their goals. It also, what also stood out was started moving at a different frequency and it got me living lavish. So you had to separate from like maybe friends or lovers who weren't trying to elevate. And the whole thing is everybody can't go. So you got to just let people, some people are sent to be mediocre. Like you just got to accept that. So, um, trying to pick the right reactions. We know my fire signs, you guys will let someone have it. So, just be mindful of who you blow up on and for what reasons. Because it's like when somebody shows you who they are, accept them for that and just remove yourself from the equation. Um, what else? I appreciate the progress, but I'm so conflicted about the status. So it's like the higher you elevate, you feel lonely. And the hood healer was basically saying like ascending is a lonely process. And sometimes you come back and you fraternize with these lower vibrational, I ain't gonna say low vibrational people because they probably have some high vibrations, but you you bring yourself back around these people who operate mainly in lower vibrational because you feel alone. So it's okay, like it's okay to feel alone. Like, but the thing is, you're never lonely. You're always with the creator or whoever you believe in. Um, Also, when on the chorus when he be like riding around by myself, don't you know I do it so well? Fuck y'all. So it's like y'all like fuck whoever ain't with me, whatever. Like fuck you. And then also the last thing was stay focused. The marathon continues. That's what Nipsey said at the end of the song. So, just stay focused on what you want to accomplish. What's meant for you will come to you. If somebody ain't your cup of tea, just lead them be. So, for your past, present, future reading for the end of June, the first card out of the deck was the King of Pentacles in the upright. So, the King of Pentacles speaks to harmonious balance. You have this castle in the background, so you feel stable, you feel secure in the past. Like you created a sense of stability for you and your family. You're proud of yourself, you're proud of your accomplishments. Everything around you is thriving and you're a joy. Like you're a joy to be around. Like yeah, you're a joy to be around. People enjoy your company. You're very infectious. Like when a fire sign comes in, like like they make their presence known. They're not forgettable. Um, People just love being around you because your spirit is so infectious. Like, I mean, I can relate. I have fire energy in my chart. Everybody can't have that privilege, but take it for what it is. But yeah, so yeah, you're very established. You love where you are in life. Like, and this is how you felt in the past. You love where you are in life. You 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 endured some conflict, which everyone does, but you pushed through it and you didn't let that stop you or hold you back. So that's a great thing. In your present, oh, this shirt is driving me crazy. In your present, you have the Fool. So the Fool is someone who, is just living life freely. It's like you're almost in a childlike minded state, which is a great place to be. I feel like everyone should, reconnect with their inner child. That's a time where you were uninhibited. You didn't really think too deep into things. You just let life flow. So yeah, something is telling me just let it flow. And, you're not looking at the consequences of things where, you may need to look at the consequence of things. Like live, like flow, but also be aware of the repercussions of like the things you may be entertaining or you're embarking on, because we are still in Mercury retrograde in Cancer. So old lovers might be popping back up. They're just trying to see like what it is. If you are gonna deal with them, child, do your thing. No judgment, but just know what it is. Just know what it is. People do have the people do have the potential to change, but under this Mercury retrograde shadow, you gotta look at them with like, you gotta squint and look at them like, are you really here, or are you here for the moment? Because I feel like anytime I have like started something with someone during Mercury retrograde, it ended just as fast as it starts. So if this is somebody you dealing with, or like an old ex, just know what it is, and just take it for what it is. If you want to deal with them, just be in the moment. Be very in the moment. Like, keep referencing my sis, the hood healer. The reason why strippers prosper so much is because they be in the moment. We gotta be in the moment. Don't be nagging and just be like, oh, but what about this? And what about 5 years from now? Bitch. Live in the fucking moment. What are we doing? Are we flying to Cali today? Oh, thanks. Let's go. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Like, do your thing. But know what come with it. Know what come with it. Don't be blind to the fact like, oh my God. Just know who you dealing with. Be honest with yourself. In the future, you have the Seven of Cups card in reverse. I'm going to hold it up right so you can see it. And the Seven of Cups, it speaks to options. So if you look at this card, they have options. So many, well, let me hold it up right. They have so many options. And when you are presented with so many options, sometimes you are hesitant to make a choice because you're like, oh my God, I like this, I like that, I like this. So just know that the wreath in this card, I'm going to start from this and work my way around. So the wreath stands for success. The jewels stand for wealth. The dragon stands for strength. The snake equals sexuality. The castle equals security. The draped figure in the middle is your true self. So your ego, how you view yourself, how people identify you. And the dove is spirit. That's your soul. That's who you are at your core. So you are in a space where you are like just daydreaming about all these possibilities with, within your stability, with your sexuality. So you might be, gender fluid. Or you may feel like you're more attracted to one sex than the other. Child, if you're gay, it's okay. Like, don't deny yourself of self-expression. Because the thing is, if you deny yourself of what you like, you're basically locked up without being in a jail cell. Who wants to do that? Life is about liberation. If you gay, it's okay. Be gay. Fuck. We're so progressive in these days. Like, it's okay. So, you have options when it comes to security. So, like, you may be opening several businesses, creating generational wealth, which is, That sounds about right for a fire sign. Um, you're this draped figure where you view yourself. You have these conflicting views of yourself, or you are worried about how people in your circle are going to view you. Like if you were to change something about yourself, like say for instance you stop doing something, and I feel like you're going to feel peer pressure to hang out with these people even though you don't want to do what they're doing anymore. Like it's a time to like say like, is this serving you? Like, you know? And then your spirit, you have options with your spirit, whereas you can choose to elevate, or no, not elevate. Yes, elevate, but what I was trying to say is you have a choice on whether you want to evolve or repeat. We get tests which come in cycles. So it's like, do you want to keep reliving this karmic cycle of dealing with people who are emotionally unavailable? Do you want to keep living this cycle of overextending yourself to friends? Do you want to live do you want to live this cycle of do you want to live this cycle of pouring into others? That's the same thing as overextending. Pouring into others. Or do you want to live this cycle of where you keep pushing people away and you want it your way? If they do one thing that you don't like, you pushing them away. That's ridiculous. When, let's be honest, you do a lot of shit that people do not like and they still welcome you with open arms. So I'm just calling you out. Like, cut it out. Cut it out. Because if not, you're gonna end up pushing people away that are like that God sent to you to really, be in your corner. So that was that. In your overall energy, you have the High Priestess in reverse. So you can see this character, the High Priestess in reverse. I'm going to sit it here. Is a card. The theme for the High Priestess is secrets revealed, mysteries are uncovered. So something is being born that was hidden from you, but it has to be approached with ease. So like I was saying, something is developing in your unconscious and it's coming to the light, and then it's conflicting your identity of yourself. It's okay to change. People change every day. So there are like ugly truths coming to light that you are like, people are maybe bringing to your attention. Maybe in a they might be bringing it to you in a very chaotic way, but it's like this person didn't have no other way to present it to you, and it's like it's fucked up how they delivered it. But really pay attention to the message. So you're being tasked with like, do you want to evolve or repeat? Because everybody can't go, and if people stop hanging with you because they feel like you're very stagnant, that's you. I mean, you have a choice. You always have choices in life. So but approach this transition of evolving. Approach it with ease. Let people know, or matter of fact, you don't have to let people know, because then people will be like, oh, I thought you're healing. Don't tell people. Just show them with your spirit. They'll see it. Like, they'll see the transformation. They'll be like, oh my God, like, you changed, and you can inspire them to change. So yeah, just keep that spiritual work to yourself. Work on that quietly. So these pillars in this card represent eternal opposites. And one is black, one is white. So you have to find a balance between your ego and your spirit, or your soul, like your true essence, because they're eternal opposites, but they can definitely be, let me say this, they are mutually exclusive, but they can intersect each other. Like, you can work with both. So these crescents that are on top of the pillars, can you see that? You can't. These crescents that are on top of the pillars, these crescents that are on top of the pillars right here, they represent, moon represents your emotions. And in the daytime, the moon is hidden. And in the sunlight, in the daytime, the moon is hidden, and at night, it comes out. So it's basically saying that you have these hidden feelings that you need to access, because if not, you're going to keep repressing them. If you repress anger, it can turn into a stroke. You have higher chance of having a heart attack. Like, you can look these things up. You are being called to express yourself. The crescent represents your feelings, and you have these hidden feelings, but about your ego and your soul, and you're not being upfront with yourself about it. This is the time. Like, confront that shit. Like, just say what it is. Just say what it is to yourself. Have an honest conversation with yourself. And she has a crown on her head, and that symbolizes innocence. So, you have this innocence to you that people love. It's like that very childlike. Like, they love it, but sometimes those qualities that are hidden, when people anger you, they come out, and then people trying to get away from you. So you gotta work on these things. And, things are coming to you via your intuition because of the moon. This is the Cancer card. Things are coming to you via your intuition and dreams, but not coherently. So get a dream journal. Write down things that, you dream about, because you're piecing together what's going on with you on a subconscious level that you might not be able to access because it's hidden, and you may not be that aware. And before somebody check you, you need to be able to check yourself. That's my motto. At the bottom of the deck, and this is when I have things at the bottom of the deck, that speaks to your things you're unconscious of. So it's the Tower card. Look at this card. You have to make a choice. Either you're going to evolve or repeat. This is representing your feminine and masculine. So you have, where's the woman? The woman's in the blue. That represents emotions. If you can look at her, she's diving head first into the water. She's ready to, and that's representing your spirit. She's ready to do the work. It's like, oh, okay, this ain't my first rodeo. I done experienced heartbreak. We all have. So, but don't try to deny yourself of what feelings came with that heartbreak, because you are bleeding onto people who haven't even cut you. And then you have this male figure. He's red. He's in red. That's showing me strength. A leader, a boss, very masculine energy, but it's calling for you to incorporate the two. Y'all both are mutually exclusive. Y'all on separate sides of this building, but find a common ground and make it work. As you can see, he's not prepared for the fall. He's falling on his ass. He's not prepared for it. It's a Tower moment. If you can look at on her side, she's falling into calm water. He's falling into turbulent waters. So you're at war with yourself. This is the time. I feel like fire signs, if this really resonated, you need to book a reading, because, like, what's tea? Either you're going to evolve or repeat. You're going to push these people away that really are sent to help you. And let me see. I have my own cards that I created. I'm going to pull something real quick. And this video was not supposed to be this long. I'm sorry for dragging it. Come up with the strategy. Come up with a strategy on how you're going to work on yourself. Start with baby steps. Start eliminating what's one thing you do that's negative that people may have said to you. Work on that. If whether that's your communication, work on how you react when you're angry. And that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Book a reading at cosmicpeephole.com. My Instagram and Twitter and Facebook is Cosmic Peephole. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment if it resonates. Thank you.